In this video, we take a look at the top 10 survival island seeds for Minecraft Bedrock 1.21. I'm going to be showcasing all the seeds throughout the video, and also you can find them in the description down below, starting off with this seed right over here. When you load into this seed, you will spawn in the middle of this survival island right over here, and it definitely does have that classic look. What I love about this survival island seed is that it is pretty isolated from any forms of land, so you really can get the true survival island experience. And what's really cool is that this survival island comes with one singular tree. So if you want to give yourself a challenge in survival mode, then this is definitely perfect for you because you have at least one tree, so it is possible to make some type of progress. And not to mention that we do have like a little beach over here as well, so we do have some sand, and this would honestly make the perfect challenge. Next up, we have this seed right over here. When you load into this seed, you will spawn in the middle of this particular survival island. Now this survival island is actually pretty big, and what's really cool is that it even does come with like a little lake, so that is definitely pretty awesome. But guys, if that wasn't already cool enough, if we look over here, you will notice that we will have a bigger survival island right next to that. So you get like two islands over here. I mean, I guess three if you count that one. But yeah, look at this island over here. It is honestly pretty massive, and what's really cool is that it even comes with a village in the center of it, so that is definitely pretty awesome. You guys could like make a base in a side of the village. But if that wasn't already cool enough, over here you will notice that we will have an exposed shipwreck, so that is definitely a pretty neat feature. So you guys could definitely go ahead and loot it up, get all the resources and stuff like that, and in general get a head start to your survival island journey. Next up, we got this seed right over here, and when you load into this seed, you will spawn in one of the coolest survival islands out there. So you will spawn in a jungle mountain survival island, and the fact that I'm even saying that sentence is absolutely insane. And what's honestly really cool about this seed is that it is pretty isolated from any other forms of land. But yeah, as you're able to tell, we do get this jungle biome over here, and there's a bunch of like little cave openings everywhere as well. So this here is honestly a pretty big island, and if we look towards this angle, you'll notice that yeah, this here is honestly a pretty massive mountain, and there's also a bunch of cave openings everywhere and stuff like that. And if we go down here, yep, you'll notice that there's like even like a waterfall and stuff like that. And yo, you get like this really intricate cave system underground, and this could make for a pretty awesome base. And there's honestly so many possibilities. There's so many natural waterfalls that honestly just make this island look even more prettier than it already is. There's a bunch of resources over here, and this would honestly give you a very unique challenge to your Minecraft world. Next up, we got this seed right over here. Now this seed is honestly a little bit unique. So we will go ahead and spawn in the middle of this frozen survival island right over here. So as you're able to tell, we got the island over here, and surrounding us is just a bunch of like frozen water everywhere. So this is honestly pretty cool. So if you wanted to like do things a little bit differently, then this here is the perfect seed for you. But yeah, as you're able to tell, underneath this ice is just pure water. So this is like an actual survival island, except that it is frozen everywhere else. And it's honestly a pretty big island as well. We got a bunch of trees over here, a bunch of like different possibilities. And I believe there's even like a cave opening over here. Yep, there is. So you guys could definitely go ahead and explore that. And there's even like a little pool of lava. And what's even cooler is that this actually comes with a igloo. This frozen survival island somehow comes with an igloo, which is honestly pretty cool. So you guys could definitely go ahead and loot that up. But yeah, this here is definitely one of the most unique seeds on this video. Next up, we got this seed right over here. And when you load into the seed, you will spawn on top of this small little survival island over here that does come with two trees. So yeah, this here is honestly a pretty small island, but it will give you the perfect challenge if you're really trying to like challenge yourself in survival Minecraft. And we actually get like another mini island over here if you want to call it another mini island. And there's also like some blocks over here as well, but I don't even know if you would consider that an island. So yeah, over here we'll give you the perfect challenge to your Minecraft world. I mean, there's really not much to explain except that it is pretty isolated from any other forms of like big land. So you guys could definitely go ahead and see how things go. And there's even some sand over here, and of course we got two birch trees. Next up, we got this seed right over here, and when you load into this seed, you will spawn in the middle of this survival island. What's really unique about this survival island is that it consists of like a birch forest over here, which is honestly pretty cool. And it also does have like a stone beach for some reason that does have some exposed ores. We got copper over here exposed. We also got some coal, so you could definitely go ahead and make your torches relatively easily. And we even do have a bunch of mobs that do spawn in here, and a little bit of sand over here as well. So yeah, it's honestly another really great survival island seed. It is pretty isolated from any other forms of land, so it will give you the proper survival island feeling and challenge. And this here is like a medium-sized sized island. It's not too big and it is not too small, and it will give you the perfect challenge that you are craving. Next up, we got this seed right over here. So once you went ahead and enter in this seed and load into it, you will spawn right over here, and you will spawn in the middle of this dark oak forest survival island. Like, this here is just absolutely insane. It is massive in terms of height, and there is a bunch of trees everywhere. So there's an abundance of like different wood that you guys can collect. And let's go ahead and take a look at the other parts of the island. Yeah, as you're able to tell, it is honestly massive. There's a lot of like exposed ores everywhere, and we even get some waterfalls that honestly look really good, and a bunch of different cave openings throughout this survival island. So you will honestly get like the best experience out here. It is like the coolest thing ever. There's a lot of like cave openings as well. But yeah, honestly, like constructing a house might honestly be a little bit challenging considering the fact that there are so many like trees out here, so you might need to cut a lot of them out. But we also even do get like these mushrooms over here, these massive mushrooms, which is honestly another major plus. Next up, we got this seed right over here. So when you go ahead and load into this particular seed, you will spawn in the middle of this Taiga survival island. This here is honestly pretty cool because we don't often see too many like Taiga island survival island seeds, so I decided to why not include it in this video. So here it is, and the land is honestly pretty good because it is relatively flat. Of course, you do need to chop down a couple trees, but yeah, this could honestly make for a great base. And we even get foxes that spawn around, which is honestly another major plus, so you guys could definitely go ahead and keep one of those guys as your pets. And it's also pretty isolated from any other forms of land, so it will give you like the true survival island experience over here. But you are limited to like one wood type, so that is like the only con or like negative about this survival island seed. And oh my god, I just realized it comes with like one piece of sugar cane, so you guys could like make a farm out of that one piece and stuff like that. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this seed. Next up, we got this seed right over here. So when you go ahead and load into this seed, you will spawn in the middle of this particular survival island. Now this survival island is absolutely insane. So for starters, it is honestly like not too small. It is a pretty big survival island, and we get a village in the center of all of this craziness. And if that wasn't already cool enough, it even does come with one blacksmith, so you guys can loot it up and get the perfect start to your survival world. And we do get like a bunch of mini islands over here, and not too far away we do have some pretty big land, but it's not like too close. It is pretty far away, so you still will have to make like a journey over there, and you guys could get like the proper survival island experience right over here. And we get like a bunch of different trees everywhere, and we got some space over here that is relatively flat, so you could definitely go ahead and construct a base. But yeah, this combination is just absolutely insane. I had to include it in this video. Next up, we got this seed right over here, and this here is the most craziest survival island seed that you will ever see. So when you load into this seed, you will spawn in right over here, and we have a bunch of crazy things going on at once. So for starters, we have a village that is going through the survival island, and we also have a broken ruin nether portal, and this here is one of the big ones as well, so you guys could definitely go ahead and loot it up. And there's also a bunch of obsidian over here, and not to mention right next to that we have an exposed like shipwreck over here. It is completely up ground, so you guys can go ahead and loot up all the chests and stuff like that. So honestly, this will give you the perfect head start to your survival world, and not to mention you will have easy access to go to the nether, and not to mention that you do have a village over here, so you can like legit turn this village into your very own base and stuff like that. Now, one bad thing about this seed definitely has to be the amount of trees, because we only have one tree on this survival island, so you really have to make it count, and honestly it will give you the perfect challenge for your survival world. Remember boys, all the seeds can be found in the description down below. If you guys found this video cool, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you later, french fries.